and then the patch went live in Valorant this morning, and there were a couple of changes, and I was so happy with the changes that they actually ended up adding to the game. I wasn't really salty about any of them. They ended up nerfing Sage, as well as nerfing and kind of tweaking Raze. But then what they also did, which is just a very, very small difference, is on Split, they removed the ultimate orb from mid and put it into Garage. And what that ends up doing is that now Garage itself is a little bit more contested. So a lot of teams before the patch would direct their attention over towards mid, get the ult orb, try and get a pick, make their way into heaven, and then finally onto B site itself. However, now a lot of teams will kind of 50-50 that. They might go into Garage first and then make their way onto the site. So it's a small difference, but it's definitely something that we have to keep our eyes on as we head into this map.
And as we are heading right into the map right now, Daniel, we are going to get our first look at what the teams picked for their compositions, and a little bit different from last game. The biggest notable difference, I feel, is that now we do have a Raze. Code Black going for that pick, even in its quote-unquote nerfed state. They did not touch the damage on any of her abilities. They did just adjust how you earn them and how you can use them. So we are going to be getting our first look at that competitively. I'm excited, and we do see the full A-side stack coming in for Flux.
Yeah, as well, with the Sage coming through, her wall, your knife now does double the damage to the wall itself, as well as her soul orb. If you walk through it, it does not actually make any more sound cues. So we have to watch out for all these
bunny
changes.
Hop through it.
Yeah, you can. So it does stop mobility in that sense as well. If you're a more experienced player, in quote unquote, you will know that just simply walking through it, if you do want to charge and challenge a Sage herself, that would be really good for yourself. But we already see here at the beginning of this round. Yeah.
And the execute coming through right now for Team Flux. Everybody busting out on the site. Big headshot already for Vexen. Does get traded. Spikers now on the site. We do see Phoenix in the top heaven area getting one. Trying to get out the second one just to secure this area for his team. Shields and smokes and flame going in. But Colina picking up the headshot there onto Prodigy. And so now with the spike down, we have to see what the move is for Code Black. Do they push these smokes? Do they wait him out? They're going to be timing out very shortly. The first one there going down in favor of Rap. Gets the headshot. Sight being broken into. Michael coming through and picking up the trade. And so now the bomb ticking. Flamey picking up Helgarth. And Colina picking up the double kill. Added to the triple. Going for that defuse. I believe they have time. And that should be a round one win for Code Black.
2 seconds and 2 milliseconds that was left there on the clock. Code able to pick up their first round, but let's look at that replay. Colina able to just absolutely annihilate their opponents with a triple for himself, and now coming here onto the field has so many credits for himself. Can now pick up the Bulldog, and as he ends up holding mid.
Along with a full scope of abilities to back up that Bulldog, we do see Gary the Roomba going to be sending down that middle tunnel there, just trying to get some information down. Sage shield, or wall, excuse me, once again being put up on that A site. And what we've seen so far from Team Flux is the patience to wait it out. No real rush to fight their way through it with that, enhanced knife damage to it.
Exactly. However, Flux right now is in a situation where they want to be pushing onto A site. However, they are now stopped by that Sage wall and have to just wait for it to eventually go down. The temptation is there, definitely, if they do want to break it down. However, Vex already seeing that there was, I believe, a Cypher cam just to scout out this area as they now start off their push as well. Recon Bolt going out into Garage over on B site. Now realizing that Team Flux is over on A and they want to rush onto the point.
And they're jumping out. No kills just yet. Misfit looking for their first pick. Gets popped through the smoke there by Prodigy. But Vexen picking up one, picking up two with the pistol swap. And so now backs off. Gives up the site a little bit, but waiting for backup. The spike is down, no longer in control. But we do get Dally running through, picking up one. keeping an eye out for the second one. Helgarth dropping down from heaven there to pick up 1 and 2 to secure the round for Code Black, and they go up 2-0.
Yeah, usually or if you end up winning the first round, then the second round is kind of in the bag for you, and we saw that from Code as they had a bunch of Spectres starting off the round, as well as a Bulldog going on to Raze. So now the rest of Code, or at least, sorry, over on the side of Flux, I believe now their economy is I guess kind of the same, or at least the guns that they have are now the same, right? There's a bunch of Vandals. There's 1 Spectre for Dali, but that's about it. Code over on their front, there's 2 Bulldogs, 1 Phantom, actually 3 Bulldogs, my bad, and 1 Spectre for themselves. So they have to watch out for this push, because right now, Flux, on paper, actually does have the advantage.
But Dali is running right up ahead of everybody with the spike even. If he were to get caught out there, it would spell a little bit of doom and gloom for the rest of his team, who would then have to fight in and get that back. But it does look like we did see the paint shell going out, the spray can from Raze there in the middle site. Gary also already being used as well. So really just trying to get as much information out, but we do see Team Flux slowly inching forward. Colinia is going to be the first person to get contact. Another great camera spot though.
Ooh, with the shot down here in mid. Sage able to get the first kill here for Team Flux now with 45 seconds left on the clock. Needing to get onto this site is going to be the rest of Team Flux as they end up going through the back, or at least, sorry, Code end up going through the back now onto B site. And, all the communication going down here from Code saying, hey, they're on the site right now. However, Hal does end up going down to a headshot from Prodigy. Getting onto the site now is the rest of Flux, but Code with a small amount of lurking inside of Heaven, just trying to get themselves into the position, but it's going to be the Sage slow that stops them for the time being.
We do see Misfits going to go down outside of Heaven. The slow coming out from Vex. Are they going to be able to get onto the point? They do have to fight through the wall there. Prodigy picking up another one. That is his second of the round. And it looks like Rap is just going to go ahead and save that weapon.
Yep.
Just try and keep the economy healthy. Make sure that they don't lose too much credits as they are going to be going down yet another round here very early on.
No, he ended up dying to the spike. Prodigy had to run a little bit farther and just kind of underestimated the distance that he was able to run, which is unfortunate. But still, Flux able to get 1 round for themselves is so incredibly good, especially on a map like Split. It's heavily defender-sided, but since Flux have came back in the round, ended up just saving for 1, ended up getting Vandals for themselves as well. I believe they only had 1 Phantom, but definitely Vandals in their inventory, as you can see. They were able to take that round pretty decisively.
Yeah, Code Black not really respecting their own economy. We see the Marshal being picked up there by Rap. Only a 1-shot kill in the head, so you do really need to land that ability. Man, that's a sneaky camera spot. That's tough to see.
Yeah, there's a bunch of yeah, sorry. I was gonna say there was a bunch of camera spots on this map that are super duper sneaky. We actually saw, if you guys were here for the last game, we ended up seeing one over on B site, basically outside of the map on one of the houses. But now as 1 minute digresses here on the clock. No kills have gone back and forth just yet, but Code, they're looking for blood as well. Flux traveling as a squad. They actually might want to take over mid here, maybe with a rotation into sewers.
The ultimate coming out from Kalina, not going to connect on to anybody though, and that is a big whiff there. That is a lot of utility and a lot of damage now missing as the B execute is going to come in. They don't check both corners. Rap is going to be able to trade 1. Ofida pops the ultimate there. The Marshal here now trying to land shouts, but gets taken out by Prodigy. The site is now open and in full control of Team Flux. That spike is going to be going down, and in a 4v3, we have to see how Code Black can bring it back. They do get 1 from Vex, and they do have the backup of Prodigy there as well. Colina smoked off the site. And so now the execute can come in. Flame down on the wall there. They do line up, gets one. Kalina gonna go down after picking up a kill. Prodigy coming up clutch once again for his team. Can he keep it going? The answer is no. He gets taken down. Ofida now only one left, but it is 1v1. Can he get the final kill? The bomb is going down. Spike is timing down. We do need Phoenix to move more aggressively. He is going to be running out of time. Gets a slight heal from his wall there. Can he peek the corner inside? Peeker's advantage is not with him, though. And Ofida for the triple kill secures the round for the team.
I couldn't even react that fast. That is why I cast Doc, because that was insane. Right when they saw the pixel of the head of Phoenix was able to shoot the bullet. Flux now coming up by 2 points back here. Absolutely insane stuff. 2-2 as we head now into round number 5. But oh my goodness, we got to keep watch on Vexen because he popped off.
And what should be a pretty even gun round. It actually looks like it's going to be a save here from Code Black. We did see one upgrade to the Bulldog there, but not the Bulldog, excuse me. I cannot remember the name of the Deagle in this game for some reason. But
sure.
There it is right there. We did see it. Everyone else, though, on base pistol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a save that's coming out through for a couple of these members, but now Michael wanting to peek over towards mid as well. Prodigy realizing the situation that he's in and just realizes that, hey, sometimes the enemy team does want to try and push here in the defender spawn, so why not just hold this angle for a little bit longer? But Rap now with no abilities for himself, actually. I believe he ended up only picking up just the smokes for himself, but that's really it, which... On a save round, you do want to at least max out on your utility. We'll see how it ends up working for himself, for his economy, as we go on here. But just a couple of grenades being tossed into market as the rest of Flux do want to rotate into sewers, as well as try and take over bomb site A.
And it does seem to be a fully open site. Vex did take some room for themselves and go all the way back already with that gold buddy on the thing there. Prodigy picking up Misfit on the rotation, has full control of Heaven, wins the gunfight against Colina as well, and does get the triple kill onto Rap. Prodigy going for the 4K, not going to be able to get it. Vex with that revolver, picking up the Randall. Revive coming in onto Misfit as well. Who has the Sheriff? There it is. I knew the game would tell me eventually. Vex trying to take the long-range gunfight on the bomb site, trying to spray through. Full vision now given over. They know where just about everybody is. Can they get it? Dally, the only one not known for, gets 1-2. Not happening. Dally with the secret spot, takes down 2 for themselves and win the round pretty convincingly.
Yeah, Flux still coming out here on this map and just absolutely dominating their opponents. We have to watch out for this because Flux, they have some strats in mind, right? They don't just commit to one site. They try and get picks at the start of each round, and off of that, they see exactly where they want to go. I might eat my words here because they're starting to stack over towards A, but nothing says that they cannot rotate, right? They tried to take over mid there in that last round, and then with the rotation onto A site, they were able to get onto the site very, very decisively as well. Dally sitting underneath Heaven. What a strat where your opponents don't exactly know where you are.
It was pretty important, too, that the Recon Bolt did give a lot of vision over, revealing 3 of the 4 characters on that site. Prodigy just popping heads. But yeah, Dally was able to survive longer than he should have. The first operator of the night even, and it is going to be on that Colinia, getting the second kill, tying it up 4-4. Unfortunately, numbers always do benefit the attackers because they do get the opportunity to spread them less thin, but Vex coming up with 1 before going down. Michael Colinia getting traded. Good watch on the back, actually. And so now it is a 2v3. Spike is in hand, but they do need to get it. Helgarth picking up 1 before going down, and now it is all on Flamey, who was not able to get the spike in time.
Yeah, now Code coming back here in this match is really good to see them do that as well. I guess good team play that came out of them there in that round as they were able to efficiently rotate and communicate to the team on where exactly the spike was shown. I was kind of scared there for a second as well because the Phoenix of Code, it's a misfit. He ended up using Run It Back inside of Heaven and then tried to eliminate the Sage, but wasn't able to use Run It Back in the maximum amount of potential. However, Prodigy is now coming up here in this match as that player, and just as I say that, Colin, I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm gonna be honest, goes inside of Market and snipes her opponent.
Yeah, that was actually really nicely played because Prodigy thought he was going to have the advantage using that flash. Fortunately, Kalinia not able to dodge it and win the trade there, and that does set them up for a potentially round win here, as it is a 5v3 in favor of the defenders of Code Black. And it looks like for now the Spike is sitting in garage ready for a B execute.
It's a very slow push that's coming through here from FLX as 1 minute hits the clock, and that could very easily go down if they want to move, but they're just waiting for the sky smoke to just get removed inside of garage before they really do anything. Michael now is starting to set up his push as well, putting down his own sky smokes just as the enemies ends up going down. Finally, his own sky smoke's going down here onto the site. They need to eliminate 5 of these members, and they have to do it in swift passion. But Michael with 1, Rap now with 3, finishing off the round for himself as Code takes another round on their opponents.
Yeah, really nice decision there. They executed right as the final smoke of Brimstone there faded away. But it was not enough because even though the abilities matter, you still need to win the gunfight, and Rap was there to win it all. And so it is setting up for 3-round score here in favor of Code Black, who seemed to struggle a little bit early. But now that they have gone ahead and taken the score lead, it does look like we're going to be seeing a little bit different play. Finally, a save coming in for Team FLX. They're going to be taking a slow execute towards middle, waiting for this recon bolt to time out. But we do see the owl drone in as well. Doesn't actually see anybody, so it is going to time out before they get any true vision of it. And so now Team FLX going to be able to potentially get an execute off in this middle here, but they do have to fight through Kalinia with that operator.
Gotta watch out for all these different little angles because Ray's right now holding down here in mid, has multiple times in a row taken out opponents with just 1 quick headshot. However, the rest of FLX now tackling here inside of mid. Like, once again, there is no ult orb here in mid, so all they're really trying to do here is look for any sort of picks, but now the peak ends up going out. And just a little bit of shots go down here onto ropes.
It is a fast push through going into Heaven, though. Kalinia forced off the angle, forced to rotate all the way through, but here is Helgarth getting 3 before going down. Gets vision on the spike, and now Rap is the only one left on the spot. He does take down the ultimate from Phoenix there. Does take the kill down as well, and now Rap in a 1v1 for the bomb site. The spike is down, and Sage does not have access to it. Does lose the gunfight to Rap as well. Ophida trapped on the site, and looks like we are going to be getting a replay of that right now as well. And man, what a series of events there from Helgarth, getting the triple. Saw the very tag in there, but we saw the number, we saw the kill feed, and that is indeed what matters. Just a great play and a great spray transfer there from Helgarth.
Definitely some good stuff coming through here as now Ray's topping the leaderboard over on Code with 8 kills for himself as well. Prodigy at the top of his own scoreboard with 10. But now as we enter into round number 9, you have an orbital strike right into ropes. Does catch off the tail of Ray's, but doesn't do too much damage. Only just a little bit of shield as well as health being taken off. But at the end of the day, she lives and also ends up getting an op shot for herself.
Yeah, that is such a tough angle to peek. Flamey coming out worse for wear. But we saw last game when they came up through sewers, they were able to get the advantage. But for now, though, we did miss the ultimate going out there from Kalinia, but didn't connect on anything. Still holding this far angle with the operator, supported by their good friend there. Picking up another one, Recon Bolt getting shot out, so now they know exactly where the team is. Helgarth swings it, picking up the kill. Sage, Ophelia just trying to get out of that sewer, seemingly a death trap. Wants to come over here and join Prodigy. who is now trying to fight his way through. Finally going to take down Rap. And now the spike is being picked up by Ofida. The bomb site is kind of in control for now. Shock Bolt goes out, doesn't connect. And so now Prodigy trying to get some space open. But Ofida goes down to Helgarth. Spike along with it. 25 seconds left on the clock. Prodigy has to clutch up right now. It is clutch or kick. 1v3 with the spike. And he gets shot right through the box there with Vex. And another round lost there by Team Flux.
Yeah, good stuff coming out of Code now as they are starting to adapt to the opponent's playstyle, Flux. I don't know what exactly they're doing here in this match, but whatever they were doing before was really working, where they ended up just adapting to where the picks were gotten. However, they continue to pick mid, right? And mid right now, it does have priority because if you do get the pick onto a couple of members inside of mid, then you can choose on which site you want to go onto. However, it's not been working for Flux, right? You have the Raze player of Code constantly pulling out the op and just eliminating her opponents left, right, and center. I ended up getting actually 2 picks there off of mid in that last trade. So got to be careful now. Flux are now run into kind of a wall, right? It's just a big ice wall in front
quite
of you.
literally at this point.
Yeah.
And it's really tough for Team Flux right now because like you were talking about, they cannot take this mid because of Kolinia. But now, look at how much time's already gone off here. They're trying to bust through, but they are not checking both sides. 1 kill for Misfit, and we do see the ultimate from Helgarth coming through, picking up 1, potentially some damage done onto others as well. And now we see Kolinia rotating through Rope Room into this Heaven spot. And we get the molly coming out. Ofida with the resurrection right into the Hellfire. Rap putting Prodigy right back down. But Flamey winning the fight with the operator there. Rap now gonna be in a 1v2 here for the Heaven spot. They do see it, but he goes down. Flamey picking up a signature ability with that kill. And so now with the spike slowly coming through, it looks like they're going to rotate through Rope Room, though, in the 3v2. Yep. Helgarth not able to get vision of it, but you guarantee he heard that rope connection. And so now can they get through the rotate quick enough? Helgarth going to be met by Flamey. Can he win the duel? The answer is yes! Helgarth now coming online, and the spike planted in favor of Team Flux. Where has the Sage player of Code Black been this entire game? They are both now rotating into Heaven. But we see Michael setting up the bottom, waiting for whoever to jump through. Shots ringing out. And it is the 2v2 in favor of now Team Flux. Helgarth, the only one remaining, does win the first trade. Can he get the second, though? He has to take out Michael, who has now rotated to the T-spawn. Then now they know where he is. The bomb is in favor of Helgarth. Defuse going out. Pros don't fake. He gets the halfway, I believe, but he loses the gunfight. Michael with the triple kill, securing the round win, finally, for Team Flux, and he will survive the bomb explosion at the end as well. What a stellar round there from Flux.
Oh yeah, multiple times Michael coming out here in every single one of these rounds. So far has only really been a utility source, but in those situations where he has to clutch up, he definitely comes through, and that was one of them where he ends up just absolutely dominating his opponents. Now 6 and 7 here on the scoreboard, but still, he's been providing the utility for his team. He's been absolutely dominating his competition. Also, he has 5 charges on his ultimate. Gotta watch out. One more ult orb, one more kill, one more defuse, or one more plant. He ends up getting the ultimate for himself.
We do see the Owl drone coming through, trying to get some information. He actually got quite a bit by what he didn't see. Made it all the way through that mid side there. Didn't see anybody in any corners whatsoever. Didn't get the chance to check the left side, though, so now that we do see the sewer walk through there. Full wall coming in for Prodigy. Gary going to meet his maker.
There they are.
Yeah.
Flamey actually able to pick up a kill. Say again?
I was just gonna say, I've heard that thing been called so many names before in the past. I've heard a Roomba, I've heard Gary, I've heard something else I can't remember at this moment, but it's really cool to see. However, Flamey going crazy here on this point. You said earlier already picking up 1, and there was a double kill there for Flamey as well. Now with the spike going down and the ultimate available, Flamey needing to find a new perspective for himself. because he has to watch out. There are a couple of members, but Prodigy already taking out one of them as well. Running back has been activated here on this point. Gotta watch out, Rays, because those corner shots can really get effective if used correctly.
Yeah, we do see the run it back timeout in favor. Daly going to go down to Helgarth. And so now it is a 4v2. Rays and Soras just going to decide to save. There's a lot of money here on this Code Black players. Oh, man, we're going to get a nice little camera peek. Oh, good job, projection.
Oh, look at this. Yeah. Our producer or our spectator, Yeti, always loves to pull out some crazy stuff, and this is just one of the things that he has kept back in his pocket. We've seen it a couple times here on the stream, so it's really cool to see it in action. But the next round going to be coming through, and here are the stakes, ladies and gentlemen. It's either Code end up swapping onto attack 7-5, or Flux ends up coming up, and we are at a 6-6 half. That is very intense, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, coming off our first game, which was a 13-2, I believe, these teams seem much more even in the skill gap here, and it really has gone back and forth, too. Like, it looked like Flux was going to be able to run away with the early game. Code Black bring it back. They were able to take some really good advantages mid, especially off the back of Kolinia with this operator, who's just been able to do so much with it, winning almost every fight with it, and it looks like Flux once again slowing it down. We saw the recon drone going down the sewer pipe there, no vision. That was really unfortunate, because if he had gone the other way like previous rounds, he would have gotten a ton of information. But for now, Spike being traded back towards the Brimstone there. And we were able to see Jet flaming here, sneaking up through sewers. And it looks like this is going to be another mid challenge. And they do have to fight their way through Kolinia, who no longer has Gary. Is a solo hold this time as well. We see the smoke coming out. Grenade out. Opposite side, though. Once again, sewers where it's at.
Out of charge.
Michael throwing out the ultimate onto Heaven there, forcing Rap out of his position. Now can they trade it? Kolinia under fire, not going to hit the shot. But now, there it is! Just in time for us to switch away. But Spike now being planted by Ophidia. It is a 5v3, and damage coming down.
Now with Code on the defense here on this point, they have 5 members of this squad remaining and defending the point, and that's going to be Prodigy with 1, but Misfits trades it back for himself. Michael, as well as Vexen, but now in a 1v3 situation, having to do something here, not able to do literally anything, which is unfortunate. Diffuse is going to be going down, as well as the res here at the half. 7-5 is the result that we see going into the swap. And what an amazing display from literally both of these teams. I feel like both of them have had advantages on multiple occasions.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it is now a 7-5 halftime. And so now we're going to have to see what Code Black can do on this offense. You know, we did see Kolinia is so rock solid with that operator and just an immovable wall there in that mid lane. But now you're on the offense. You don't get the time to set up those perfect shots like we were seeing before. Are they going to be able to adapt this gameplay and potentially that weapon to the now more offensive side of the map?
Yeah, there's so many questions that you have to ask now with the side swaps, because it's a completely different play style. On attack, you have to coordinate a lot more and just say when you're going to be going into the point, what is open, what is closed, where are the enemy members. But right now, Code are on a complete rampage onto the point. Point A is completely clear, but Flamey ends up taking 1 for his troubles. But in this 4v4, Code have planted the bomb.
And that is the best case scenario there for Flamey, with the entire team running up on him like that. He is able to get 1. Excuse me. Helgarth now watching the sewer ropes. And we do see Prodigy picking up 1. Now the site is under assault. Misfit now going to get the opportunity to be taken down for his trouble. Helgarth and Rap chiming out in unison, though. Michael trading back on the Helgarth, and now up to Rap, who does go down to Ophida, feeling some type of way after the end of last round. But now going for the defuse, and that is going to be a 7-6 scoreline in favor of Code Black still. But Team Flux looking to round it out 7-7.
Now, this could be the free round for Team Flux, right? Once again, if you are just tuning in and didn't hear me say it before, once you win round number 1, then round number 2 can be very, very easy to win just because of your economy as well as the weapons you're going to be purchasing. A lot of Team Flux is going to be having SMGs. We see a Marshall actually hiding on the top of mid as well. So we have to watch out for all of these crazy angles. However, Code right now are setting up in the position where they want to take over mid. Let's see what happens here.
And the Marshall is a very interesting pick because it does not one-shot body, and so you do need to have somebody peeking with you. And Ophida did not have that benefit. We do hear Gary making his way through something. Fire burning down onto Helgarth, though, in that smoke. Gonna get the heal there from a good friend. And so now they do need to continue pushing through. Gary times out and no information taken. Michael gonna pick up one on the Vex, but gets traded back by Helgarth. And so now the execution has now come in. Kolinia picking up a second kill in favor of the team. So now it is a 4v3 as they execute onto the B-bomb site. Smoke going down. Daly getting one. Getting popped back in the dome. Prodigy gonna take down Helgarth in the back. And so now in a 2v2 situation, shot in the back is Prodigy by Misfit. And now Flamey has to think of where to go. Is going to get taken down by Misfit even, who was in a rough spot, getting goosed there very early on. And I feel like you kind of commentated, cursed him a little bit, Daniel. They did say that it should have been a free round, but if you win a round and it says thrifty, it means you did not spend any money.
Exactly. And the reason why Code were able to win that is just off of one pick, right? You get one pick for your troubles, you pick up their weapon, which was the Spectre, and you're able to just mow through opponents. And since they did also end up saving that round, look at the economy switch. You have a full line of assault rifles compared to just a full line of pistols. It is never fun to be the side of pistols. However, the last time I said that, they were able to win. So I have no idea what's going on here. What we do know is Misfits ends up landing a headshot onto Flamey.
Yeah, only the one member there on the A bomb site, and so now it is up to Team Flux to fight their way back.